Do you need to be smart to run a business? I'll tell you what you do need to run a business. You may not feel like you're smart enough to run a business. Being dyslexic, it can cause a lot of challenges. Sometimes those challenges are just self-imposed because you can't do everything else that other people can do, or at least you can't do them as easily. So I don't read as well as some people. I don't spell as well as some people. I can put limiting beliefs on myself, even though I'm capable of doing really hard things. One of the most important things that you need to learn to be successful in business is know how to learn. You need to understand how you learn and how you consume information, and not just how you consume it, but how you consume it and then take that information and make it useful in the business or in your life. One of the things that you can do to guarantee that you'll experience some level of success is first determine what you would need to do to be unsuccessful. Example, break your promises. If you promise your customers you're gonna do something, don't fulfill that promise. That is one way to ensure that you'll never be successful. Don't be available when your customers need you. That's another way you can ensure that you'll never be successful in business. Instead, make sure that you're available at the times when the customers that you want are also looking for your services. Create a product that is so bad that no one wants it, or if someone does buy it, they're gonna tell all their friends that it sucks and to never use it or buy it. Alternatively, make a product that's so good that your customers are gonna tell all their friends about how awesome it is and that they should try it too. As you can see, there are several things, easy things that you can do to be successful in business. Now, the higher you go up the ladder of success in business, it may get a little bit more complicated. You may have different challenges that you have to overcome or new things that you have to learn. Example, when I first started my business, it was just me, a truck, and some tools. I would get a job, I would do the work, I would get paid, and I would repeat that cycle over and over again. Now, as we began to get bigger and as I got tired of doing everything, I decided, well, I should probably hire some people. And then when I hired some people, it developed new challenges that I had to overcome. And then we got even bigger. So I had a marketing department, I have a production department, I have an accounting department. And so all of these new departments made me have to learn new things about business and how to manage people. So I continually learned about business as I needed to. A lot of times people get bogged down because they think that they need to learn everything. Business is a very big topic. It's a very broad scope. And so there's certain things that just aren't relevant to you right now. So if you focus on the things that are the most relevant, you will overcome those things quicker than if you focus on things that you don't really need to know right now because they're not really a challenge for the business. A way I like to think about it is the constraint of the business. This is something that Alex Hormozi talks a ton about. Find the next constraint of the business, focus on that, and go to the next thing. So it doesn't necessarily take high IQ to run a business, but it does require self-awareness, and it does require a sense of recognition of what's going on, and then the ability to learn to overcome those specific hurdles that are in front of you.
Hey, just a quick pause. Thanks for watching. I'm Adam Robinson. I run the Dyslexic Hustle. If you want to support us, please subscribe.
Like many things in life, having a clear target or a clear understanding of what success is will help you be more successful in business. So if you know what it is that you want, it'll also make it clear when you achieve that goal. Now, a lot of times in business, those goalposts move. At one time in my business, I wanted to have X amount of revenue. When I hit that, I just created a new goal to get higher, and I'll probably always do that because I love business. My goal is not to necessarily make a certain amount of money, it's to grow in business and continue to develop. And so as you're going through that process, you may say, well, this is my current goal, and this will judge what success looks like for this season, or you may say, this is all I ever want to achieve. I just want to make X amount of dollars so I can, buy the car I always wanted, or buy the house I always wanted, or be able to spend more time with my family or kids. And so you have to determine what success looks like. And so depending on what success looks like to you will also determine the skills that you need to be able to achieve it. If you want to grow a $1 billion business, that's a lot different than growing a $1 million business. And so different skills are needed in those two scenarios. It's also important to recognize what you're talented at. A lot of people will say, pursue your passion, which is okay if you can dedicate enough time to become great at what you're passionate at, or if you're already talented at what you're passionate at. So being passionate about something doesn't mean that you're good at it. And so an alternative way of approaching that is take what you're talented at and do it so much that you become passionate about it. And so a key to becoming successful is also finding something that you're talented at and that you can invest time and energy into that thing. So don't waste time pursuing things that you're not good at unless you have time to dedicate to that so that you can become great at it. So the question is, do you need to be smart to run a business? I'll tell you what you do need. You need to know how to learn. You need to know how to adjust your actions to achieve the thing that you want. If you're constantly doing one thing and it's not helping you achieve what it is that you want, you need to pivot so that you can achieve the thing that you want. Repeating the same thing over and over again and continuing to fail is a bad recipe for success. So what you need to do is do something so many times that it's unreasonable that you won't be successful, and you need to iterate in that process. So as you're doing the thing over and over again, you're also evaluating what you're doing and how successful it is and what you need to do differently so that you can be more successful at that thing. A trap that a lot of people fall into is they do something, they're not successful, so they go and do something else. So you do the same type of thing with iterations until you get to that place that you need to be. And so you make small baby steps until you dial it in, until you find the place where it is going to be successful. So regardless of how smart you are, just continue to do the hard things and learn during the process so that you can improve the process and make it better for you and your customer. So you don't need to be smart, you just need to know how to learn, and you need to implement what you learn during the process.